So you're actually from Valladolid. I didn't believe you.
Okay.
Sure. Good job, right? All right, guys. We're going to start very soon. So please go back to your seats and sit down. Thank you for the organizers who cleaned the tables and the chairs. Okay.
I heard one of the presidents is your boyfriend.
Yes.
Ooh, which one? Which country?
Okay.
Poland.
Huh?
Poland?
Okay.
I'm from Poland.
Ah, okay. Which Polish? Warsaw. Ah, I'm looking forward to PM. So. Have you like 80 members?
No.
Okay. So it's time to start this session. Okay. Mariana had to be excused because she had some personal issues that she had to take care, but she'll be back soon, hopefully. So we're going to start the session. We have for this session several presentations, and the first one will be the LBG Show. I would like first Vitka to make an introduction. Microphone.
Hello. So what is LBG Show and why do we have this session on GMs? Well, this is an opportunity for every LBG who has some special, very successful event that they organized, or some working method you would like to present, or in general, some kind of achievement that you want to share with the rest of the organization. This is the place to show it. So now we'll have two presentations, one from Keith from Tallinn, and the second one from Ezra from Istanbul Yildiz. So break a leg, guys.
Okay. So, and for the first presentation, I would like to invite Keith from LBG Tallinn to the plenary. Okay.
Hello, can I get
You
all
have
the
5
Estonians
minutes.
here also? And also the Be Proud participants, since I love you guys and you're awesome. So Be Proud 14 participants, please come in the middle. Thank you. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Okay. I'll start. I'm Keith from, not yet. I'm Keith from Tallinn. And I will start asking two questions. First is like, raise your hands if you have had problems with motivating members in your LBG. So most of you. And raise the other hands if you have used Google spreadsheets before. Google spreadsheets, yeah. Thank you. So my presentation is about how to motivate members by using Google. Very simple tool. And this is a system which is like, let's say, there are members in the LBG who are taking tasks, small tasks, big tasks, they're attending meetings, different kind of tasks, and this system keeps track of them and gives points for each task that they will take. For example, you make a phone call for company meeting, you get 10 points for that task. And for example, design a name tag, you get 25 points. And this system that was developed by Reimo Arm, who is our previous HR from the board, it was developed 1.5 years ago. And this system calculates all the points and outputs this kind of, it's a very user-friendly way so that every member can have overview of what's going on in the LBG. So it's not actually working. So let's see how does it look like. First, what is the goal of this system? As I was saying before, we have like 80 active members in LBG Tallinn. So it was kind of difficult to keep track of the people, what they're doing and what tasks are they taking, especially those members who don't show up to office. So it was developed by the HR, and it turned out it's a great tool to motivate members by making them compete with each other, like which kind of person gets more points. And also, when you get, for example, 500 points, you get some kind of a reward. For example, access to our office or something like that. It kind of depends on the LBG. So it looks like this. You don't have to like understand it in this way. This is a simple overview picture. You don't like have to see the cells, what's written there. So this is the main it's a picture that is accessible for every member. And as you can see, there are different sheets on there. From that slide, I think you can see it a better way. And let's zoom. So let's say there's a member. His name is Olmo. He's written there on the left cell. And Olmo has earned 1,590 points. And these columns that you have, they're like columns that divide the tasks in our LBG. For example, as you can see, if you're a board member, you get a certain amount of points. If you're a part of a small project, you get some certain amount of points. And if you're a mentor, if you give a training, if you host a member, if you're attending international kind of event like I am right now, you get certain amount of points. So yeah, this is the score. Sorry, it's in Estonian. And as you can see from this slide, there's a list of members actually who you can choose. For example, let's take Ezra. Ezra has earned 830 points. And I was talking about teamwork columns and international best columns, but these columns are also divided, for example, by PR, FR, and now even IT. So let's take a look at this second sheet, which is only accessible for HR in the board. It says background on it if you don't see. This cannot be seen by any other member than HR, as I was saying. And let's zoom in this part, for example. And this is the background where the Google spreadsheet takes the formulas. And this is kind of describes how many points will you get for different kind of tasks. And you can, I don't know, it's only up to you as president, for example, if you'd like to use this, how many points will you give for members for doing certain kind of certain tasks. So let's take a look at the second sheet. It's called members. And this is a sheet where you can add the members. For example, you could do a recruitment. Some members will join you. You type the name. You pick the status of the membership. For example, they're in Tallinn are alumni, board member, baby member, observer, or full member, like in most of your LBGs, I think. By doing that, you can, let's say, also this is the first sheet that I was showing you at the beginning. This takes information from that sheet by using those kind of magical formulas that actually exist in Google spreadsheet. So members are there, background are there. So how can you connect them? By entering activities. So you enter member name of the person, then you define which kind of tasks did she or he took. For example, applying to a team, you get, if I remember correctly, 100 points for that. So it kind of calculates and summarizes these points in the first sheet. As you can see, and now how does it motivate members? You can click the last sheet that's called top boards. This is kind of top 10 of the members of the points, and they're divided by full member, baby member, and observer because they're not equal. And this sheet is always updated by using the formulas. And this sheet can be printed out very easily, like say, for example, in the office in a weekly way, or send out by an email. But in Tallinn, we have it. No, we don't have it. Actually, we do. This picture is, yeah, we have it in a screen, which is always updated. So members in the office who can visit the office, like there are like members visiting the office quite, let's say, often, and they can have an overview. Oh man, that girl has 100 points. I will also want to do that task. So it's kind of making them compete. So yeah, I finished. Any questions? Oh, by the way, no. I have this paper actually, and this is a very template of this system. So if you write down LBG in the email, I can send you the template, and you can enter your members there. You can enter the activities there. You can get use of this system. And I did it in Spring RM, but I don't know if any of you started using it. So I will send the instructions, and I will do it as fast as I can. So thank you.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Now we can have some questions. There is one question from LBG Łódź. I need your paper. Okay. Afterwards, it's LBG Gliwice.
Hi, Michał from LBG Łódź. I want to ask, because mostly HR is responsible to write the points in the spreadsheet, yes? Okay, so, and there are some fields that HR doesn't know how the bestie works, like in the projects. How are you gonna manage this stuff? Like project coordinator is gonna write the amount of points in, for example, eBack project?
HR is asking the information from core teams. For example, let's say FR working group or PR working group. So there's a FR responsible in the core team or PR responsible in the core team, and the information is being asked. Actually, I don't know how often, but at least weekly.
Thank you. Next is LBG Gliwice, and afterwards it's Tigro.
Patrycja, LBG Gliwice. I have a question about the prize, what winner get, and when are you announcing this winner?
This system is always available. It has been sent out in our weekly email every week. And let's say we have this kind of prize for 500 points. When you reach the 500 points, you will get access to our office, for example, the card access with the beep. And we haven't actually developed like further on with the points, but it's in the current process.
Okay. 2 fingers from LBG Łódź.
Actually, it's not a question, but more like a comment, because we were thinking about this kind of project in Łódź too. It's called Bestie of the Month, and the main prize of the work of this bestie is like very big poster of that person in the best office, like in the best place in best office. You can just think about it.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So that's why I send out a paper, so you can start maybe using this system and make up your own kind of rewards and stuff. For example, for a hoodie, you get 1,000 points or something like that. So it's kind of user creativity. Just a beta template.
Thank you. Then we have a question from Tigro. Can you stand up? And afterwards, it's LBG Veszprém.
Florian from Tigro. On your slide where you showed the amount of points per teams, we had for each of the level 2 or 3 people that had thousands of points, and all the others afterwards only had 100, 200. Don't you have the risk of having some people that are really enthusiastic about it, that gain a lot and lots and lots of points, which made it really demotivating for people that only have 0 or 100, and that will never be able to catch up?
2 things, and actually 2 answers. The board members are not there in order to not lose the motivation among, let's say, new members. And this system is being refreshed yearly. So it will start again in the beginning of the semester. And this kind of table that you saw, it's just entered some random names and random activities. So it's not actually, difference is not that big.
Thank you. Next question is from, okay, LBG Prakat also. Does anyone else have a question? Okay, There is one finger from LBG Veszprém.
Thank you. It is very hard to find the right rewards. Could you list all your, not all your rewards, but rewards that could be helpful for others too? You listed about 4 or 5 rewards, maybe others that you use.
Can I get the clicker so we can go back to some slide? Mostly in the beginning, the background slide. I don't know if you can see, but yeah, that one. I can forward. Yes. Rewards, there are actually like levels there also. Maybe some of you can see it's a very small font, but you can achieve certain kinds of levels that you can also create yourself. And considering the rewards exactly in a physical shape, we don't actually, as I said before, there's nothing else besides the access to the office. But like, it's our to-do list, basically. Just brainstorm some random ideas.
Thank you. Any other question? No.
You have a reason to approach me in Facebook now.
Okay, so motivating members is actually a very important thing, and finding different ways to do it. It's also very nice so that they can actually try different things. Thank you, Kif, for the presentation. Okay. Next, we'll have Esra from LBG Istanbul Yildiz. Can you come to the middle? Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, 5 minutes.
Okay. Hello, I'm Esra from LBG Yildiz, and I'm going to represent an event with local group of Esteem Yildiz. Okay. This is our brief introduction. Okay. We were in all J Italian with the board. Okay, fuck. I forgot everything, so okay. Wait. Okay, after J Hania, we talked that, okay, we have NGOs, but why don't we have a cooperation with them? Then we trying to contact with the Esteem Yildiz, and we create an event which called Best Team Training Pool. It's basically a training event, also. Okay, training event, and we're gonna send a call to LG and LBGs, and we are gonna host like 40 people. And in sessions, we are gonna have like one best and one esteem trainer, and it's basically like that. Why we are calling it training pool? Because we are gonna have the esteem and best trainers at the same time, and we have like a trainer list, and we are gonna like do it non-topic things, like they have both training list on Tigro and trainer committees, and after we send the call to trainers, they're gonna give us a range of topics that can then deliver. And also, we are gonna send it after this. Okay. Okay, I'm forgetting everything. Thanks to plenary. And also, I'm not sober. Okay, there will be like parallel trainings, like the regional meetings, not the train shops. And we're gonna create like two organizer team with leaders, let's say main organizers. And it will be on first week of March. So we have a goal, like we need to take the all advantages. So this is basically make the NGOs on meet on one place and make them train all together, and also innovation. So one of the greatest goal is encourage them to be active because we're collecting the people from each side, and after this training event, they should be active on their organizations. So what's the difference with the other events? It's basically 2 NGOs in one training event, and also the creating the training pool is kind of unique, let's say, for us. So, ensuring the quality is also important because Esteem has ranking system, and what we're gonna do with it, it's cross-online meetings because actually this is the first time that we are gonna do it. So we have to make sure the inform the trainers, organizers, and boards all together, and also, like I told you, we're gonna accept like 34 participants and 6 trainers. So that means almost 6 participants for each trainer. And also, like I told you, parallel stations will be better. And this is the first time that we are going to do that. Also, we need to do like the daily feedback things because our main goal is also make it traditional, like all the universities, like almost all the universities has same local groups and also local best groups. So they can also do it, this event. And also, this is training events, but we need to make the air relaxed, more relaxed. And we're gonna do the cultural activities. So we had a support from university. They supporting us separately, but together they're giving us grants, also logistics stuff. And those are our supporters also. We have like 2 fundraising team. And sorry, but you can ask questions because I couldn't represent it well. That's all.
1, 2, 3. There is one question from Izmir, was it? Kiev? I didn't see. Can you put up the sign again? Okay, one question.
Hello, I'm Umut from Izmir. And what about hosting? Who is hosted that event?
Okay.
Okay.
We are both in same university. We are staying like at the same campus, and we are gonna host it in hostel. They already have the. How can I say that? Okay, it's near the university basically. It's ready.
Okay, there are 2 fingers from Izmir.
I mean, who is organizing the event? Both of you or
Yes,
you?
both.
And
2 local groups.
how can you choose main organizer or something? I don't know.
Okay, I told you there will be 2 teams for S-Team and for Yıldız. And regarding our action plan, we are going to choose the main organizers on December after we send the call to trainers. Yep. And they're going to make their own team.
Okay. Then there is Tigro. Can you stand up? And afterwards, LBG Ankara.
As Tigro, we just wanted to make a statement. Yeah, Florian from Tigro. We just wanted to make a statement. We think it's a really good initiative what you are doing right now. In general, it's really hard for Best International to find hosts for all the trainers that we want to organize, for us to find all the trainers that we want to have for our events. So if LBGs wants to make those kind of events of high quality, with high quality standard with our partners, we are really eager to help you. And if you want any help, you can drop a mail on Tigrat and we can provide you with feedback. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Hey, Kaan from LBG Ankara. It's not a question.
One finger from LBG Ankara.
I'm sorry.
And afterwards, it's extra Eylül.
Okay, Kaan from LBG Ankara. I just want to share something with the plenary because I didn't have a chance to send my presentation. So you can see that as a Turkish LBGs, we really do care about the training events. And I also want to explain to you guys about one training event that LBG Ankara organized. It is TGLT, Turkish Joint LBG Training event that all the LBGs come together and they're having like trainings, HR, PR, and advanced trainings. So the basic goal for this event is like to empower the recruitment period actually to get the newbies get more used to the best. So as the trainings, if you have any questions about also this, you can approach me later after the plenary. Thank you.
Thank you. Extra Eylül, can you stand up? There.
Hello, Extra Eylül. Thank you for your presentation. I wanted to ask, is there other local training events in your LBG just for your members, not STEAM?
No.
Then, is it possible for you to make this like a STEAM from all the Turkish LBGs and something like this? I mean, can all the besties and STEAMers from other LBGs in Turkey can also join?
Yes.
Okay, sorry if I missed it.
Thank you. There are no more questions on the list. If anyone wants to raise their finger, they can do it now. One, two, and it's gone. So we've talked a lot about how to use the most out of our partners, and this was actually an example of how we can do it. So thank you, Esra, for sharing that with us. The next session, for the next session, I would like to invite Mert from LBG Tallinn, also known as GA 2016 main organizer. Mert is going to tell us a bit how things are going for the next General Assembly. Mert,
Estonians, could you
yours.
please? Gert, if you're free, you can come as well. If you're free, you can come as well. Okay. Before going to the details, I would really like to thank you all again, putting your trust in us, in GA Hania, and allowing us to make our dream come true. Last 5 months have been amazingly awesome, organizing all of it and fulfilling our dreams. But okay, now about the GA then. This is our logo, and the dates are also already fixed. You can see them there. Okay, agenda. I will firstly give a brief overview about our HR situation in the LBG, update about the FR situation, introduce our huge official opening day concept. As you may be remembering, in Hania, we had quite big ideas and dreams about IT and technology. So briefly about that, introduce my core team, and give you spoilers about the location. Okay. So the current HR situation in Tallinn, we managed to recruit nicely a lot of new young observers who are really eager to work on the GA. It's hard for them to actually understand what the GA is because it's huge. All of it is quite complicated at the moment for them. And luckily, we also have a bunch of old bastards who are willing to contribute to it. For example, my core team's average bestie age is about 3 for sure. And the clicker doesn't want to. Okay, and in numbers, what I was telling, approximately 60 to 70 are the active ones. Okay, about the fundraising, our official opening day concept took us a bit longer to develop. So therefore, we are a bit behind the schedule with selling it to the companies, but we'll handle it. It's no problem. What's going on at the moment? We are working on 3 biggest grants, which most probably will give us most of the money we need. We are also waiting for a response from university, who's currently working on their next year budget, and we'll see how much they are able to provide us. We're about to start using alumni's contacts to start the fundraising as well. Okay. As the official opening day concept is ready, we started selling this as well. Okay, something we felt like sharing. We are not using any paper materials for FR. We moved into the tablets. So we are going to the meetings, having tablets and nice infograph inside of them. So it's nice and interactive. So far, we have received a lot of positive feedback about it. Okay, about our official opening day concept. It's called Mõtted. The name is in Estonian and will stay in Estonian because we're selling it in Estonia and most of the participants will be Estonians. In total, be approximately 16 to 700 participants. So besides the GA participants, 300-400 more from Estonia. These ones will be students from all the universities in Estonia, high school students, professors, all university staff, educational people in Estonia, and so on, and company representatives as well. The day is divided into 3 parts. We call them cafeterias. One is innovation one, second is environmental cafeteria, and third one is educational. And during the day, the all participants are divided into 3, and they will rotate between these 3 cafeterias. Okay, about the cafeterias. First of them, the innovation one. In that, we plan to involve a lot of startups and one big innovative company. And the idea or the goal of it is to, in an inspiring atmosphere, allow all the participants to get to know a lot of startups to get feedback and use the participants as much as possible, and at the same time, make the participants realize how awesome it is to fulfill their dreams about making their own startups. Second cafeteria would be the environmental one. It will be a bit similar to the TEDx events, but it's not a TEDx event. It just has similarly a lot of talks about the environment. And the goal is to inform, educate, and promote all cool, innovative ideas about the environment. And we plan to cooperate with one of the Estonian institutions which is investing into environment. So that's why we do environmental cafeteria. And the last one is educational cafeteria, mostly connected to BEST. In there, we will be in a big room with a lot of tables. And in each table, there is a different topic where you can discuss for a half an hour. And after half an hour, you rotate and you go to discuss in another table. And you will be sitting there together with all all professors, company representatives, and so on, discussing about different educational matters and problems. Okay, that's approximately how it will look like, or what's the plan. About the IT and technology topic. In Hanja, we introduced the idea of changing all these binders you have on your tables with tablets. So putting everything in one piece of technology. We are still working on it, and the plan is still in go. But it will be the first thing we will cut from in case the fundraising isn't going as smoothly as we would like to. And we have also started developing the application for it. So, but it's really in a beta phase at the moment. But the features we are planning to put there at the moment, at least, which are in our mind. First of all, course, all the documents will be there. There also will be live help desk to make it a lot easier to solve all kinds of problems. You will be able to have access to a live presentations feed over there. And the coolest one is taking the finger rules. So you will be able to show your fingers there, and the speakers will have a live feed about the fingers. Oops. Okay. And about the core team, not all of them are there. Social responsible and PR responsible are missing, but at the moment there's 10 of us in our team. And 3 of them are also in here. Carmen, the IT and technology responsible. Helena, FR responsible now. And Birgit is logistic and participant responsible. And about the accommodation, some while ago, we managed to get the accommodation fixed as well. It's the same place we had GA 2008. It's quite nice hotel next to the sea, around 100 kilometers from Tallinn. It's a conference and spa hotel. Plenary is big enough, and all the conditions there are really, really nice. Okay. And oops. Okay. The clicker really don't like me. Gerrit, can you start the video? The clicker isn't starting it.
In a world where no one has fun, where people let dreams be dreams, where socializing is seen as a sin, but there is one they fear. A prophecy has foretold of a hero coming. A hero who uncovers by pure accident the ancient power that cuts through the fires of evil. With great power comes great responsibility. Now he's on a mission to bring back the best spirit. And the world is not what it used to be. He is the only hope for all of the studenthood. When all seemed lost, a man came to the rescue. This spring, witness the event of a lifetime. The GA Man.
Thank you, Mert. Now we'll have some time for questions. One finger from Veszprém.
Dinesh from Veszprém. Come on, guys, this was fantastic. I have a question. You told that money mainly comes from two sources, a grant and from the university. What is the backup plan if the grant is not that successful or if the university budget won't allow it next year?
Actually, there's more than one grant. There's 3 grants we're working at the moment, and there are smaller ones we will work in the future, but their deadline is not in this year, let's say. And university, they will give for sure, but it's not sure what that amount yet. We also have the savings, and we also have the support from FinTeam, and Erasmus Plus has also given us some money already. So.
Okay, then there's one question from Extra Sofia. Sophia.
Thank you guys for the presentation. It's really nice to see you there because I was in your position last year. So really nice idea also for the tablets, finally. No more printings. I want to make you a question regarding the budget. How much do you budget the event approximately, and in which position you are now regarding the money, and if you have savings?
Okay, the budget numbers are quite huge, approximately between 100 and 130,000. But why it's so big numbers is that Estonia is so freaking small that we literally don't have many options for accommodation places. So the place where we can actually fit nicely everybody and have a decent plenary over there, we just didn't have that many options. So we chose a bit like few thousand more expensive one, but it will assure that everything else will be a lot smoother. And what was the other part of your question? Okay. That's a bit interesting part as well, because with grants, you get the information if you're going to get it or not in some period after doing the application. So we will get more update about it after the new year. So at the moment, for sure, what we have is the support from FinTeam, Erasmus Plus, which in total is something 31.2, or what did we agree on? And the savings as well. That's approximately we're planning to use 20,000 from the savings as well. And the alumni are supporting with 4,000 as well already.
Okay. Before we go to Fingers from Which, there's a bullshit from LBG Warsaw.
Piotr Warsaw, how much vodka do you need to get wasted in sauna?
Finnish people maybe want to answer, but I think.
Okay, let's go to the next one. LBG Wood, can you stand up?
Hi, Michał from LBG Łódź. I want to say that it's very impressive about the tablets, but you are not worried that you will kill something in BES, that we will become kind of zombie looking only on the tablets during the plenary?
I think we will manage to make sure that you won't be able to do anything else on the tablet except using the things you will need on that spot. So, but yeah, it might influence a bit the atmosphere, yes.
There is one finger from LBG Gdańsk. Can you stand up? And afterwards, it's one finger from LBG Las Palmas.
Hello, Mateusz Gdańsk. I'm really interested what you're going to do with all of those tablets after GA.
There are a few options. Most probably we won't keep them. We don't have anything to do with 150 tablets. So we will sell them, but how is the question? Maybe we can work out some agreement with Warsaw, so they might need it as well. If not, there is also option to sell them in Estonia, or maybe some participants.
Hey, thank you. Okay, hello everyone. So it's almost the end of that PM Flanders. It was really awesome. Thanks LBG Leuven and LBG Ghent. And now it's more or less time to think about the future. So it's time also to think about what's gonna happen in 1 year and a half. So we're here to present you GA France 2017. Okay. So first of all, the tradition. I don't know if you know, but it's not it's not the first time that we're thinking about doing GA France. We did it in 2002. Then 5 years after, we did it in 2007. It was the GA 10. And 5 years after, we had the GA France 2012. It was the GA Apocalypse. It was very cool. So according to that schedule, we think about doing another GA France 2017. Oh. Oh, sorry for that little problem. Yeah, the logistics, no. So we already thought about where to do it. So we got different options. So the first option is the Eiffel Tower. I don't know if you know that place. It's somewhere in Paris. It's really fancy. And in that tower, we got a restaurant. And in the first floor, we got a really big place where we can do the plenary. But after thinking about it, it's a bit complicated. So no, because the option of that is the finance is 500,000 euros.
So option number two. Be careful. Option number two, campus of Paris École Centrale LBG. As I already kind of said during my presentation, we will move in 2017 to a new campus, and this one will be available to organize. Like that. This one will be available to organize some events and the GA. Why? We have amphitheaters, we have a sport hall for plenary, we have classroom obviously for a discussion group and train shops. We we can use the dorms of the campus. We will have 2 empty buildings if we organize it in Central to host all the participants and the organizers, about 300 people. And the accommodation in this case will be approximately 1 minute away from the plenary. And the main advantage we have with this option is that the budget will be quite nice actually, because the accommodation will not cost that much. We can negotiate with the residents of Central an accommodation for 300 people for 1 week and a half for 10 days, about 9,000 euros. The food will be the main cost, and transportation will not be that much because we will be really near to Paris. Materials, although unexpected expenses, will reach a budget of approximately 40,000 euros for GA. This is why comfortable. Our option number 3, La Chaise Dieu, the chair god in French. A small village located near from Lyon. When we had GA 2012, so we know the place, the owner of the place knows best, and we contacted him, and he's really eager to host an event like that again. So here we have a sports hall for plenary, we have plenty of place for participants to sleep, and this place will be a little bit more expensive than the one in Paris, but it's also a good option to consider. How we will finance this event? This is the different partners our LBGs have already. So we are planning. We already talked with some of them, and we think we can fundraise some money for this event. We're also considering applying for grants from regional level, national level, or local level. And why in Paris, a lot of company headquarters are here. Our LBGs in total, if you consider all of them, we have a strong relationship with companies. And as I said, the Department of National Grants, European grants as well. In the subject and grants, we are planning to work in close collaboration with the grants working group. And Université Paris-Saclay, it's the university that overlook the 4 LBGs of Paris. It's really an opportunity because they are really eager to give grants for this kind of events, funds, logistic help, visibility for best member. So it's really a good opportunity. And I leave Rex me talk about the HR.
Thank you. Okay, so now the resources for people. So who will do the? Do you hear me? Yeah. So who will be the people who prepare that GA? So in France we got 8 LBGs. Maybe you know it. And so 8 LBGs means that we are a lot, and it also means that we get diversity. For example, each of us got our strong points. Some LBGs got our strong in IFR, other in HR, for example. And if we gather all of them, we are really strong, and we can gather all the aspect to fulfill the organization of GA France. So, what about the people more especially? So in France, we used to collaborate together. We do our JBT, we do our EBEC, and we have some motivational weekend together. And also we are fun, maybe. Also we have some alumni who are much more stupid, actually. But beyond that, they are also active in our mailing list, and they can help us a lot. So now, thanks for your attention. And do you have any question about GA France?
1, 2, 3. Okay. So before we start the question round, just to remind you that this presentation is just an intent to run. So it means that they are not running now, but saying that they would like to run on GA 2016 to be the organizers of GA 2017. And now we can take questions. Right, there is one question from LBG Woods. Okay, let's take a bullshit from Coimbra first. Can you stand up?
Carlos from Coimbra. There will be tablets there.
As a matter of fact, I already checked and we can rent some tablets for the event when I had the presentation of GA Tele in last GA. Maybe it is possible.
Since it's a bullshit, you don't have to answer it, so it's fine. First question from LBG Wood.
Michał from LBG Wood. I want to ask, because you have 8 LBGs, you're gonna have 8 main organizers, or how you gonna solve the problem?
Okay, so for the core team, it's gonna be a national core team with 1 MO and 1 people from for each port of the event, like 1 PR, 1 F4.
Thank you. Next question from LBG Turing. Please stand up.
Federico from Torino. Will you have more than 1 dance limousine per day?
It's a bullshit.
Can you repeat the question?
Okay. Will you have more than 1 dance limousine per day?
It depends on the plenary.
So no.
Okay, there's a bullshit from LBG Almada.
Hey, okay. Inês from LBG Almada. Will there be French fires too there?
I think we will ask Belgian people to help us for that.
Okay, there's a bullshit from ITC.
Amato ITC. In the worst case, will we again have to sleep in tents like J2007?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, bullshit from LBG Stockholm. Use your sexy voice.
Theo from LBG Stockholm. Would you accept out-of-region French for the Danse du Limousin in case it happens?
We accept everyone for Danse du Limousin.
Okay, can you repeat? Can you give him back the microphone so he can repeat?
I said Theo from LBG Stockholm, and I was asking if they would accept out-of-region French people for the eventual Danse du Limousin.
Okay.
And my answer is we accept anybody for it.
Okay. Are there, coming back a bit to the serious side, are there any other questions? There is one question from LBG Madrid. Can you stand up?
Hello, Alejandro from LBG Madrid. I want to know if you have given any thought about how you're going to split the expenses of the expenses.
Okay, the idea is we have a regroupment of fresh LBG organized as an association, especially for GS, and we use that system for GS we organized before. It's a common fund for all LBGs, and the fundraising is common. Everything is done nationwide.
Okay, thank you. Tigro, can you stand up? 2 fingers, was it?
Florian from Ensta. As a matter of fact, we still have 7,000 euros that are left from GA12 that we only fundraise on the same account, and we're going to do the same thing. All fundraising goes to one account, and if there is some left over afterwards, this money is used to organize JBTs or to support EBEC in the years that follow.
Okay, thank you. There is one figure from Grant's working group. Can you stand up, Ramazan? There.
Ramazan from Grants Department. You mentioned a grant about European Youth Foundation, but as far as I know, they are not supporting statutory meetings. So my question is, do you have any idea how to fix it? Or do you have any experience about it? Thank you.
Okay, so we didn't fix it yet, but one of the ideas is to contact Grant Department to ask some help. We will approach Grant's department to ask help.
Next question is from LBG 11, and after that it's LBG Stockholm. Cut. So after that it's LBG Tallinn.
Hi, Eline from LBG Leuven. So from organizing PM Flanders, we have noticed that it can also be a problem to get your members on the event itself, especially if there are 8 organizing LBGs. So the location must be available for everybody who wants to come help for example, only one day. Have you considered this already?
Yes, we are considering to have a lot of organizers from France, have a lot of co-organizers from abroad, and in fact, yes, we can't say at that time how many organizers or how we'll be organizing the team, but of course, we are considering people that help from 1 day or 2 days.
Okay, LBG Tallinn, afterwards extra virgin.
Keith from LBG Tallinn. So, is there any people left from GA 2012? For example, are they willing to give some knowledge transfer or something? How active are they?
They are totally active into this project. They are really supporting us. They kind of prepared this presentation with us, and they're really into this project and want to help. We have the main organizer of GA 2012, people for GA 2007, and even people for GA 2002 that want to help us.
Okay, thank you. It's a cut. Then next is Extra Virginia over there. Run, run, run. There, look at me pointing. There.
Extra Naya, I would like to ask you a question. How would you evaluate the cooperation from the previous GAs that you have organized or your predecessors have organized? And how would you think about working as a common body with 8 LBGs that they have different attitudes? I mean that you are 8 LBGs that probably have different identity, let's say. And how would you evaluate the previous cooperation between these LBGs at the GA France 2012, probably? And how would you work as a common body?
In GA 2012, we put some things in place, like a GA national training tour that we were giving training to all LBGs that was in France involved in this project about general things and things connected to GA. It helped a lot some of the French LBGs, and the cooperation was really successful in 2012, and it helped us as LBGs to develop ourselves. So that's why we are confident for this cooperation.
Okay, thank you. Then there is one question from Bonding. Can you stand up?
Florian von Bonn-Mingelin. My lively group in Berlin was last 5 years always fucked up with the university in the way that such big construction projects were always postponed. How aware are you about those possible problems, and are you in a close communication process with the university in terms of movement of the campus?
So we're talking about the campus of Central. Actually, the campus is usable even if we still don't move, because those buildings that I told you about, those buildings are empty at that time of the year every year, And if we organize a GA, we organize it during holidays. So we will have some place to use the campus and so on. So even if we don't move the campus, we still can use the old campus to organize this event.
Thank you. Then there is a question from EEC. Can you stand up?